One of the biggest problems that I've struggled with, and I know a lot of you guys are struggling with, is procrastination, especially when it comes to hard work. If you're watching this, I know that you are in the same boat that I am in and that I was in for almost all of my life. So I'm going to cut straight to it today, and I'm just going to tell you the key things that help me overcome procrastination and actually do the work and reframe my mindset to actually make hard work fun and easy and not feel like a chore. The first thing that you need to do is to realize that laziness is the root of all procrastination, right? We all kind of know this, but we don't usually voice it out loud, right? You'll say like you're a lazy person in general, but what does this actually mean? Laziness comes from our mental processes where we are weighing out whether the benefits of doing something are greater than the drawbacks that you get from actually doing it. Right? And we do this constantly in everyday life for almost every task you can think of, right? Whether it's homework, work, like actual work for a job, or like the gym, right? It can be any aspect of your life, but we constantly weigh out the benefits and perceived drawbacks to see if it's worth really doing. And this is because this is how we make innovations as humans, right? If something doesn't seem like it's worth it, we try to come up with something new to make it worth it and make it easier for us to do so that we can still reap the benefits. But in this modern age, right, laziness is more of a plague on us because, yes, while it helps us innovate in our current daily lives, most of our problems are already solved and most of the innovations are already solved, right? A lot of our problems are mental battles now. They're not physical battles and things we need to overcome for survival's sake, right? It's just like, do you feel like doing the work? Is this going to be good for my grade? Is my boss going to get mad at me if I turn this in a little late? Like, you're just weighing different options that don't have as much impact as they used to. So laziness becomes a lot easier to give into. It is crucial, though, to understand that laziness is the root of the problem of procrastination, right? Nothing else is really causing your procrastination other than laziness. Recently, I talked about focusing on the positive aspects of going to the gym, right, in my last video to help motivate you to go and keep you in there. And with this, I advised you to also block out the negative thoughts that arise when you think of going to the gym. I want you to do the same exact thing here. Right? Do not focus on the peak of discomfort and pain that you are going to go through by doing the activity, but think of the benefits that you're going to reap. For all of my K through 12 schooling, right, I would always focus on the negative aspects of doing the work, right? I would get the bare core assignments done, but then the rest of the time for homework and stuff like that, I would just rationalize it in my head by being like, I already know the material. I'm going to do fine on the test anyway, right? I don't need to do the work, even though it was causing problems with my family, right? Urging me to do the work so that I can truly like reach my potential. Despite this, though, I was just so focused and honed in on the negative that I would still just end up not doing it at all. And none of their scolding really changed anything. This goes to show just how powerful and controlling focusing on the negative aspects of a task can be, right? And how counterproductive it is to actually achieving what you want to achieve, right? Because I wanted to be a good student in school, but I already felt like I was doing good enough. So I would rationalize it and just be like, dude, I don't want to put in the work. I don't want to take time out of my day to do homework for all these classes. Like, I just don't care enough. When I came to college, I decided that I was truly going to learn how to actually do work because there was more in it for me, right? College, I'm investing in it. I'm putting money into it, and I'm putting money in hopes that I can create a fruitful and lucrative career that will give back to me. So I focused on this when it came to work, right? I focused on the end goal 3-4 years from when I came into college, right? I focused on the job that I'm going to get, the money that I'm going to be making if I just put in this hour here, this hour there, to just do the work, turn everything in, and be the best student that I could be. And this made a world of difference, right? Not only was I still doing good on tests, but I was turning in all my work and all my assignments and actually understanding the material at a more fundamental level. So there were even hidden benefits that I wasn't even actually thinking about. But because I was just focused on that end goal and the positives of getting the work done, it made it so much easier to actually go ahead and do it. Imagine you have an essay due for school or a report due to your boss for work, right? Do you think focusing on the end goal and accomplishing that task and the stress relief that is going to come with knowing that you don't have any work to do and that you already accomplished it and getting it done early, do you think focusing on that is going to be beneficial? Or do you think dreading the amount of time you have to spend on the work, thinking about how much you don't want to actually do it, and thinking about how you're disinterested in what you're going to be working on, do you think that's going to be more beneficial? Or focusing on that feeling of achievement and stress relief that you get by doing the work, right? It's so much more empowering and motivating to get work done when you focus on the positives, right? Because even if you don't care about the work that you're doing, by focusing on the benefits you get by being done, just the simple benefit of not having it looming over your head in your mind all day that you still have to do it, right? Just that simple sense of relief, I find, is usually enough to push you to do that work and to get the thing that you need to do done. That being said, what do we do when we encounter work that we simply do want to do, right? Like a lot of people want to get in the gym because they know about the benefits and they think it'll be good for them. But we just keep putting it off in our minds, right? We keep saying, tomorrow I'll get to it, tomorrow I'll get to it. And tomorrow turns into weeks, into months, and into years, right? What do we do when we come up with these types of problems? First thing you really need to ask yourself and consider is, do you actually have like a strong connection or love for what you're trying to do, right? Like if it is about, say, starting a business, do you love the type of work that you're trying to get into or have any sort of passion towards it, right? Making money in that area is not a good enough motivator because everyone wants to make money. You're not unique for wanting to make money. So do you have a love for the work that's going to push you over the top of your competition? And considering if you have a strong connection, is there some deep core benefits that would just enhance your life that you could get out of doing the task? So for the gym, it would be, how much do you care about your health, your physique, just being a strong individual, a disciplined individual, right? How much would this benefit you? And if you don't have that connection, it's never really going to click for you, right? You can't force yourself to love something, and you can't force yourself to get into it. You have to reframe how you think about the activity as a whole. Now, if you figured out that you do have a strong connection to the thing that you are trying to do, or that you have a new type of work that you actually do have a love for and a passion for that you feel like pursuing, the next best thing to do is to set the conscious intention that you are going to accomplish that goal. And not only just setting the conscious intention, but setting the conscious intention to commit time to that goal and a specific time slot. For example, if you wanted to start doing YouTube because it seems like something you could get into, you love talking to people, you love voicing your opinions, right? If you want to do YouTube, but you keep making the excuse that you don't really have time or you don't know what to talk about, make the conscious intention that you are going to find time in your schedule to sit down and do a couple things that would be key to your goal, whether it be research video topics, record, script, edit, whatever it is, right? As long as it's a core element of your goal, you need to set down an isolated period of time specifically for that and don't budge on it, right? Don't make it like a wishy-washy, like, somewhere in like the second half of the day I'll do it, right? That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about setting the conscious intention to have minimum, right, an hour blocked out for this thing, right? You know, from 6 to 7 p.m. that you are going to be working on this, right? Set that type of intention. The more you do this and the more you repeat that intention to you, it's going to lead to an almost automatic consistency with your work, right? The way you set that conscious intention and repeat it, that becomes second nature in your mind, that that time of day is reserved for whatever specific activity you're trying to make progress in. And when that happens, it's almost impossible to not progress and do what you know you should be doing and what you want to be doing. Right? There is no, I'll do it tomorrow, because it's part of your routine now. Once you set that conscious intention and repeat it to you over and over and over again. And you can do this with literally anything you want that seems hard in life, but that you want the benefits of. As long as you have a motivating reason, whether it be a love for the work or a strong connection to a core part of you, like your health and your physique, something like that, as long as that factor is there to push you and you set the conscious intention, there is no reason and no way that you're not going to make progress. All you have to do is set the conscious intention of blocking out a specific amount of time for that activity and repeat it and hone in on it. And having a schedule helps greatly with this, because not only is it a conscious intention in your mind, but it's written down, right? It's staring you in the face. You look at the paper, it's there. You're supposed to be doing this during this time. And it becomes very, very hard and almost uncomfortable to skip that time for something else that is not what you set the time to be for. Over time, if you do this, it becomes inevitable that it will be part of your life, and that you're going to cut out some mindless activities that you used to fill that time with for this thing that is actually giving you purpose, fulfillment, or just bettering yourself that you've been wanting to do and you've been putting off. I hope that this helps you really be able to reframe how you think about approaching hard work and how you can make it fun and easy, right? If you love something and if you're connected to it, it should come to you easily, and it should be a fun process of learning and engaging and growing. It shouldn't be forceful and super, super distressing to you. Right? Growing in the gym is fun when you are into the gym and you have a goal for your physique and you're working towards that every day and you're learning more and new information about it. And growing a business is fun when you're actually engaged in learning how to do it better and learning things that you didn't know before about your specific niche or business, whatever it is, right? These things are fun when you actually care about them. And when you set down that conscious intention and that specific time to get it done, it's impossible to not look forward to that time of the day and look forward to attacking that activity. So I hope this was helpful. And if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and as always, have a blessed day.